Okay, so we're doing page 27, and we're still talking about modern Canada. And then, let's see, Manal, would you like to read this part, the opening part here, Great Canadians? Can you read that little bit there, please?
Canadians have made var- va- variations,
Various.
various discoveries,
Yep.
and infinitesious
Inventions.
inventions. Some of the most famous are listed below.
Yeah. Do you know what a discovery is, Manal? A discovery? You know that word?
No,
Does anybody know what a discovery is?
Discover,
Yeah.
discover, like I knew, but how I explain
You
it
remember?
is yeah, discover something. Discover, like for example, if for Manal, if I go to work for her, one like I cover for her, right?
Yeah.
Something is, I don't know. I
Oh, discover. Yeah, it's like discovering is finding something for the first time.
oh, first time.
Yeah, like finding a new way of doing things, or maybe a new medicine or
Oh,
something. Yeah, so you can discover a country, you can discover, medicine. That's what a discovery is. Discovery is. Yeah. So you're thinking of covers. You're covering for me now.
oh, yeah,
Yeah, that's
that's
very cool. Yeah, you're covering for me now. Yeah, if you go to work for me now, when she's that makes.
right.
That's okay. That's very close. And then what's an invention? Does anybody know what an invention is? Ever heard that word before? Invention? An invention is something that you make that is new. You invent something. So usually an invention is like maybe a new type of phone, maybe a new type of phone, or maybe like somebody invented the snowmobile, or invented the telephone, or yeah, invented something you make that is new. Again, so discovery, something is usually something you find that is new, like medicine or something, and then an invention is something that you make that is new. So we're all talking about the new things that people have made, that the first time they were made for the first time in Canada. So that's what discoveries and inventions are. Good. Okay, so let's see. Gazelle, would you like to do this one here, this first one, Alexander Graham?
Okay, Brian. Alexander Graham Bell had on the idea of the telephone at the summer house in Canada.
Yeah, good. Alexander Graham Bell. So he invented the telephone. But he wasn't Canadian. He was Scottish, but he lived in Canada. And so he thought of the idea for the telephone in Canada. So some Canadians say, oh, he was Canadian because he was living in Canada, but he was really Scottish. But he came with the idea in Canada. So Alexander Graham Bell, the telephone. He invented the telephone. Good. And then let's do this one here. Zaniba, would you like to do the next one?
Yes. And oh, Joseph Armand Pompidou, his name, inviting the snowmobile lightweight winter vehicle.
Yeah, very good. So this guy, this is a French name, so it's Joseph Armand Bombardier. That's a difficult name. Do you know what a snowmobile is?
Snowmobile, we saw, yes, snowmobile, when you're doing test G1, they can show you the sign, snow, right? Mobile.
Yeah, so you drive on the snow.
No.
It's a way to drive on the snow. It's kind of like a little car. It's like a really small. I'm trying to think. It's like a bigger than a motorcycle, and smaller than a car. It's like a big motorcycle, but it can drive on the snow. And it doesn't have wheels, it has skis. Yeah. So yeah, Canada he is from Quebec, and Quebec has lots and lots of snow. So he invented the snowmobile. Yeah, and that's used all over the world now, the snowmobile. Yeah. Okay, you'll probably see some in this winter. We're going to have lots of snow this winter, and they will be on the news. Snowmobiles are always on the news. Okay, let's do the next one. Let's see. Manal, would you like to do the next one?
What, teacher?
Would you like to do this one here, the Sir Sanford one?
Sir Sanderford Fleming invited the whirlwind systems of standard time.
Yeah, standard time zones. Sir Sanford Fleming invented the worldwide system of standard time zones. You know how that is all over the world we have different times, you know? So we have
Teacher, I leave and then come back. I don't know why
okay, is that Gazella?
very
Oh, is that Manal or Gazella? Okay, okay, that's Manal. Okay. So we invented the worldwide system of standard time zones. Okay, and yeah, so he thought of the idea that you have different times in different parts of the world, and so you follow them, and that way we can that way everything is organized in the world. So that's what he came up with, Sir Sanford Fleming. So try to remember this. Try to remember some of these names, because these were sometimes questions. Okay, so we got Alexander Graham Bell, telephone, Joseph Armand Bombardier, snowmobile, Sanford Fleming, time zones, so areas for different times. And Diala, are you here now?
Yes.
Good. Could you read this one where it says Matthew Evans? Could you do that one, please?
Okay. Matthew Evans and Henry Woodward, together inventing the first electric light bulb, and later sold the invention to Thomas Edison, who more famously commercialized the light bulb.
Oh, yeah.
Bulb.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Okay. Okay. So when you think of the light bulb, you don't think of a Canadian usually. You know, the light bulb in your lights. But two Canadians invented it, Matthew Evans and Henry Woodward, and then Thomas Edison, he bought the idea from them. He bought the idea. So Thomas Edison, when you think of the light bulb, you think of Thomas Edison. He was very famous. But Thomas Edison bought the idea. He paid money for the idea of the light bulb. So the light bulb was invented in Canada too. Yeah, so another interesting thing. Okay, so we have lots of inventions. So those are inventions. So all the things so far have been inventions. So this is Alexander Graham Bell. He invented the telephone. He made it, right? Joseph Armand Bombardier, he invented a snowmobile. He made a snowmobile. Sanford Fleming invented, he came up with the idea of time zones. He invented them. And then Matthew Evans, Henry Woodward, they invented the light bulb, the first electric light bulb. So we haven't had any discoveries yet, but we have lots of inventions. They're very similar. Okay, so let's see. Now we're back to, let's see. Gazala, would you like to do the next one? Reginald Fessenden, would you like to do?
Yeah. Reginald regional fasting capital contributed to the invention of radio okay, sending the first wireless voice message in the world.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, very good. So Reginald Fessenden, he helped to invent the radio. He helped to invent it. So he was the first to send a wireless voice message in the entire world. So he helped to invent the radio. Okay, now let's do a discovery. I think the next one is a discovery. And let's see. Zaniba, would you like to do the next one?
Okay. The Dr. Wilder? Yeah, Dr. Wilden Penfield was pioneering brain surgery at McGill University in Montreal and was known as the greatest living Canadian.
Yeah, very good. Dr. Wilder Penfield. Yeah, so he found out things about the brain. So he was a pioneer. A pioneer means somebody who does something or goes somewhere for the first time or does something for the first time. So he was pioneering brain surgery. So he was the first to operate on the brain. And so he was known as the greatest living Canadian. Try to remember that name because that is a question too. Wilder Penfield, the greatest living Canadian and brain surgeon. Yeah, try to remember that. Okay, and let's do another one. So I think we're back to Manal now. I think, is that right? Would you like to do this one, Manal?
Dr. John Shops invited the first credit cards Bismarcker used today to save the lives of people with heart disorders.
Yeah, very good. Heart disorders. Did you know what a pacemaker is? That's a difficult word. Cardiac pacemaker. So this is to do with your heart. And so sometimes your heart doesn't beat properly. It slows or it's fast. So what Dr. Hops invented was called a pacemaker. And I know you know of it, but it's probably a different name. And you put this, it's a little electronic device. You put it in the body by the heart, and it makes sure the heart is beating properly. And many people have them today. My sister has one, and it saved the lives of many, many, many people. Yeah, so that was invented in Canada. So that's a very good invention. And so Dr. Hops, he invented the first cardiac pacemaker. So cardiac means heart pacemaker. Yeah, try to remember that. Now I'd like to go just to the side here. You'll see a picture. Can you see this picture here?
Yes.
At the side?
Yes.
And I think we go back to, I think Diala now, is that right? Diala, do you want to read this one with this picture?
Okay. Sir Frederick Banting of Toronto and Charlie Best discovered insulin, a hormone to treat diabetes that has saved 16 million lives worldwide.
Yeah, very good, very good. Okay, so when you say this word here, I don't know if you can see the screen, that's 16 million lives. Yeah, 16 million lives. Good. Okay. So this is a very important man. Sir Frederick Banting of Toronto, Banting and Best. Sir Frederick Banting and Charles Best, they discovered insulin. Insulin. And so do you know what diabetes is? Do you know that disease, diabetes? Yeah, I don't know what so diabetes is a problem when the body doesn't work properly. And this doctor, he found out how to correct it, and because many millions of people have diabetes, the disease, he saved 16 million lives all over the world. That's a lot of people. That's like half of Canada. So he was a very important man because he discovered insulin, which helped millions of people all over the world. And he was Canadian too, from Toronto. So that's a very good thing. And now the next one, I just wanted to show you, I wanted to go to take it up here. This is the picture of that Canada arm. Remember we talked about that? It's a robot arm on the Space Center. So that's the Canada arm. Because the next one, I think we're talking about that. So let's see. I think trying to make sure everybody gets a chance to read again. Let's see. Gazala, would you like to do this one? Or did you already? Yeah, okay. Gazala, do you want to do this one? Spar Aerospace.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Slipper. Okay. Spore Airspace National Reserves Council invited the Dream. Okay, 1 second. Drama.
Yeah. It's like it's sorry, Gazelle. It's putting two words together. It's Canada and arm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Canada drum robotic arm used in outer space.
You know that word? And outer space. Good. Okay. So Spar Aerospace invented the Canada arm, a robotic arm used in outer space. So it was invented by a company and then also part of the government, the Canadian government. Yeah, and this is a very important invention in Canada. Very good. And then let's do one more. And Zaniba, would you like to do this one? I'm just going to read their names because those are difficult names. Mike Lazaridis and Jim Balsillie. Those are their names.
Okay. Of research in motion, RIM, wireless communications company, knowing for it is most famous invention, the BlackBerry.
These are a very important company. And do you know where they are? Do you know what city they are from? It's really close to us.
Close to us.
So these are from Waterloo.
Oh.
Yeah. These are right from Waterloo. And so they invented this. In some countries they call them the mobile phone. So here we call them cell phones. They were the first to invent the modern cell phone, the modern one, the newer one. And their company was called RIM, Research in Motion. And yeah, they were from this area. They went to the University of Waterloo. And if you know downtown Waterloo, there's a mall. There's Waterloo Town Center, the mall downtown Waterloo, and then right behind that is a little university that these men made basically with all their money, and they bought or not, they gave lots of money to the University of Waterloo and to Laurier University. And there's big buildings named after them. And all the area, many area places around the University of Waterloo, many buildings are owned by Research in Motion. And then there's also a park named after them. Yeah, so they have a big connection to this area. So they're very important men in Waterloo and Kitchener too. Yeah, and they made the BlackBerry, which was one of the most popular cell phones ever. Yeah, so they helped make lots of money. Okay, so let's see. So those are all the inventions. And I'm just going to read this one here because I don't think there's anything here that they're going to ask a lot of questions about. But I'll just read this one here. It says, if you want to learn more about Canada's history, visit a museum or a national historic site. Let's see, I'm trying to think of anything here. No, I don't think there's anything we really need to know there. Okay, it's just saying, if you want to know more about Canada and our history, go to museums and a national historic site. Yeah, that's where you can find more information. And then the last little bit here, let's see. Okay, let's see. Diala, are you still here?
Yes.
Could you read the last part on the bottom of the page there?
Okay. The prosperity and diversity of our country depend on all Canadians working together to face challenges of the future. In seeking to become a citizen, you are going a country that, with your active participation, will continue to grow and thrive. How will you make your contribution to Canada?
Yeah, very good. So this is asking you to be a good part of Canada. So prosperity and diversity. Prosperity means rich, wealth, and then diversity means the many different ideas and people we have. So to make the country strong and rich and diverse, we all have to work together, and we have to try to solve the problems of the future. And so it says, when you're joining Canada, we want you to be to help do that. We want you to help solve the problems and come up with good ideas for Canada to help the country and you grow. And then it says, how will you make your contribution to Canada? Maybe you will come up with a very good idea, or maybe your children will do very well in Canada and help the country grow. So that's what it's saying. It's asking you to be to enjoy Canada and be a good part of Canada. Very good. Okay, so we have lots of questions today. Let's try some of the questions. Okay, let's see. I want to make sure everybody gets a chance here. So Zaniba, would you like to go first?
Okay. Who inviting the telephone? Telephone is Alexander Graf. Who is it? Alexander Graf Peel. Then last one. Peel.
Yeah, Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone. Very good.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Manal, would you like to do the next one?
Okay, teacher. Why invited that some forester?
Snowmobile. Who invented the snowmobile?
First one.
Very good. That's a hard name to say too. Joseph Armand Bombardier. Bombardier.
Mm.
That Bombardier is a very, very big company in Canada now. They're very, very big. Bombardier. Good. Okay, and then Isabella, do you want to try this one?
Who, Brian? Brian.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Yes, Gazala?
Me now?
Yes, please. I'm sorry. I couldn't hear you. Yes, please.
Me?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Who invited the worsen system of standard time zone?
Yeah.
Okay. First one, sir. Okay.
Wow, that was fast. That's very good. Yeah,
Yeah.
Sir Sanford Fleming. Yeah, very good. Very good. Okay. And then Diala, do you want to do this one?
Who is known as the greatest living Canadian? Oh, number one.
Which one? Sorry, which number?
Number one.
Sir Sanford Fleming?
Oh, 1 second.
Yeah, take your time.
Oh, number three.
Yeah, very good. Okay. Good. And then back to Zaniba. What's this one?
Yes. And salt was discovered by Canadian. Discover. And that's the discovered by Canadian. True.
Yeah.
True,
Very good.
yeah.
Very good. Okay. And then Manal, would you like to do this one?
Who invited the first curved pacemaker?
Cardiac pacemaker.
Yeah. Think this may read it. Okay. Sting. Job Hoppus?
Yeah, good. Very good.
Me read this.
I just wanted to show you something. What they're trying to do is trick you. Whenever you see John A. Macdonald, it's always wrong.
Yeah.
He's a prime. He didn't invent anything. Yeah, they always try to trick you. Yeah, John Hopp. It's good. Yeah, very good. And then let's see, Gazala, this one's for you, please.
Yes. Yes. The BlackBerry is a Canada invention. True.
Yeah, very good.